Hello, hello, hello. And welcome along to another week. And this week we're doing something special. We're doing a Tuesday and a Thursday of quantum readings, healings, and clearings. And so it's my honor to be with you today to assist you on this magical journey. And I will give a quick update in a minute. I would like to just thank you all for coming, and thank you all for your beautiful donations last time and all your beautiful feedback. It was a real honor to work with you and to help you on your journeys. And what I'm doing on my phone just now is I'm just going to bring up the live stream as well, because it gives me like a second version of the chat to watch at the same time. So yeah, as always, as I'm getting started, as we start to chat a little bit, and hello, hello, hello. Feel free to put your requests in. You can state reading, healing, clearing, and all of the combinations thereof in capitals so that I don't miss it. And you can also just wait a little bit and then see if others are making requests, or you can go ahead and start adding them now. It's up to you. Now, where is live stream on my channel? There we go. Oh, it says I'm live. Fantastic. That's handy. And yeah, I managed to set it up right this time, which is fantastic. We're getting there. It's under webcam setting for live streams. And let me say hello to each of you individually. So hello to Sylvia. Hello. Young Bands. I'm probably butchering that, but hello. Thank you for coming. Geosphere. Hello. Viviane. Hello. I saw you yesterday. Teresa. Hello. Teresa Ford. Hello. And hello to Kirsty, also in Scotland. Yay. And Heen, if I'm pronouncing that right. Watch, who said, sup, John, and hello, Fatima, Angela, Laura B, Joyce. Wow, there's so many people. Thank you. Such beautiful souls. And Millie, hello. Where do I start? It's been, I could give updates all the time, right? And one day they'll make a movie of all of our experiences. I would like to give a couple of updates of things I've been doing in the last 24 hours. So just yesterday, I had the honor of doing a what I call a psychic reflexology service for a client, and it's the second psychic reflexology service they've had from me, and it's a combination of foot massage, which is the reflexology part, and that's where we work with the different reflexes in someone's feet because all of the reflexes are like the nerve endings that map into every part of your body. And I just completed a diploma in clinical reflexology, and I got a distinction in the reflexology part, and then also had a physiology module, which I got a merit in, which was fantastic. So it'd been a long time since university in the 90s, so it was great to do that. And after I started doing those treatments for a little while, I started to receive a lot. And so I was receiving a lot psychically from clients, and my clients encouraged me. And hello, if you're one of those clients in the chat today, you encouraged me to explore like this combination of treatment. So to bring in, for me to actually ask psychically permission from, verbally from the client, but then also psychically from their higher self and their guides, and be able to ask all about it. What are the things that will help someone with their clearing, with their healing, and any readings, like any messages that will help them at that time. So now I combine that in what I call the psychic reflexology service, psychic reflexologist service. There we go. And I also do some quantum energy healing at the end. So it's like the physical version of what we're going to do today. And it was really magical. We went through past life This is the session yesterday with a client, doing like past life healing. A lot of detail came through, which was beautiful to see. After I'd done the reflexology, and you get like a sense of some of the physical aspects and the effects on the body, I was also then able to confirm it with, I guess it's like, what's the term, like triangulation, right? Where you use like different views of the same thing to like build a more solid picture. And so, for example, anything around the solar plexus, I was able to do both physically from the feet, and then also more metaphysically with the quantum healing, and then talk to their spirit guides about it and see how best to help them. And the stuff that came through was just incredible. Of course, I can't share the detail, but I absolutely love doing that. And yeah, I love to really enjoy just broadening our understanding of these different modalities, and not being afraid to safely experiment. And in my case, I knew energetically how to do these things safely, and it was really a journey of being able to build up a service and then ask a client, like, I couldn't, I don't want someone to just it's like going to a restaurant and suddenly getting your car serviced. You want to know what you're signing up for in any treatment. And I'm looking forward to doing that at a new venue in a town nearby in August. So it'll be a place dedicated to more similar treatments from other practitioners. I don't know if anyone's doing any psychic work, but it's going to be fun, whatever goes on there. And I just want to catch up on some of the comments before we get started with people's requests. So just scanning down, lots of people saying hello. Teresa's saying she's on a phone, so can't type. I know the feeling sometimes. Although that said, my son said to me yesterday, like, you type so fast on your phone. My feet are jealous. Well, you can come to Scotland, right? Or on my world tour, Viviane, I'll pop by yours and I'll do your feet happily. Laura B says, Josh, thank you for leading us here. Thank you, Josh. And what else is going on? Fantastic future of healing, reminiscent of Barbara and Brennan's work with psychology. Fascinating. And then Gina Spears says, I love that I just scrolled past it, but I think she said she loved that you're mixing these modalities. Maybe I should bring a mouse to these sessions. I'll find it easier. But it's lovely to see you're all very chatty, and that you're all sharing with each other and inviting others. That's absolutely fantastic to see. Yeah, Gina Sphere said, love that you're doing psychic reflexology. I think the more we do these things physically, the stronger the connection is for everyone. Yeah, it's true. I feel like, excuse me, itchy nose, the more we do these things individually and explore individually, the more it helps the collective. And the more we lead by example. It's really funny. I was terrified. It's this whole kind of past life witch wound trauma that I continually overcome, including doing this, right? Doing sessions like this. Also, itchy nose. It reminds me of that TV program, the old TV program Bewitched. And yeah, that past life trauma, sometimes it would stop me, or I'd have fear and resistance about, asking anyone that I put in a position of authority, including like my reflexology teachers, about, mixing modalities or like trying new things. And it was actually one of my reflexology teachers who helped inspire me to do the psychic reflexology service, because they were mixing kind of mindfulness meditation and crystal healing. And they did a session for me, and I was like, and they said, John, like, your superpower is like your psychic abilities, so why don't you do like something with that? And I was like, I don't know how much stronger the universe needs to tell me than like literally my teacher telling me to explore it. So it's just been really beautiful. And yeah, definitely, I encourage people to to lead by example, and share your beliefs and share your truth with others, even when you're a bit worried that it might end up like you had in the past life with, being chased out the village with pitchforks and torches. Like, it's okay now. You're safe now. You came back to this life for a good reason. So sharing your truth is very helpful. And Teresa Ford says, it's appropriate for me to ask for each person in the chat or listening in the replay to have an energy upgrade. Maybe you could expand a bit more on that request. Is that an upgrade for you, or is it is it a request for everyone to have an upgrade for the group? I could definitely do so. Given the title of today's session, I could definitely start us with, I'll set up a safe space and then do like an energy reading, clearing, and healing for people. And then I could give the option for people to opt in to an upgrade. And the reason I'm just pausing and being cautious is that I want to make sure that everyone is fully consensual in the things that they participate in, and that everyone is totally transparent. And so I wouldn't, I feel the titles, words have magic. The titles are important. And also giving people the option to, to mute something or disappear off and come back or whatever they want, skip it or whatever they want to do. And Gemma says, I have aphantasia, meaning I cannot consciously visualize. Do you have any insight? It's silent and dark when I close my eyes and meditate. It's a great question, Gemma. And yeah, holding space for your experience. It is, and I have met a few people with this condition. I've heard like another client talking about their experience as being like working with a computer that has no screen turned on. Like there's sound and you can touch and feel the keyboards, but there's nothing visually there, and it's definitely harder. One of the first things that I go to is being able to understand that you see with so many senses. And yes, our eyes are helpful. Our third eyes are also very helpful. Many of us have been or still are or continue to like have had their third eyes closed or opening their third eyes gradually. And many of us experience, including myself from time to time, like no real visual indication when your eyes are closed. And I feel that I'm not an expert on aphantasia, but I do feel that it's beyond that, right? That it's a condition where, if I told you to picture a beautiful little red cottage, you'd actually, other than the words I say, you'd find it quite hard to elaborate on what that could look like for you. And it does make these guided meditations harder. But I also feel that it's an opportunity, like somewhere in here, there's an opportunity to help teach others about the different ways of exploring, connecting with your spirit guides, to doing meditations. In fact, one of the things I'm doing with my membership group in our next meetup is we do like a 2 1-hour Zoom sessions each month. And this next time, the request from one of the members is to dive into the different ways that we can connect with our spirit guides, because because one of our members does have an aphantasia, and so we're going to explore, like, it's me learning as well as the members themselves with their spirit guides, and trying these lots of different ways, because you can connect with your heart, with your crown chakra, with your third eye, with touch, with smell, with sound. There's so many different senses that you can connect with. Okay, we're 14 minutes in, and I don't think I'm going to catch up with all of the comments. I'm just scanning through. Yeah, the townsfolk are waking up. It's true, they are. Nathan says, bless you, Jon Binnie. You've helped another with your spiritual work. Oh, really lovely. And Millie asking for an energetic upgrade. So yeah, I can come back to that. And yeah, people are starting to ask for requests. So let's get started. So what I'm going to do is, I did already, and this is one reason why I'm still talking 15 minutes in, is I did set up a safe space for us. And what that means is that I created, and I teach it in my free meditations on my website. You can look at the 14-day spirit guide meditations on my website. And there I create a golden bubble of protective light around myself. And then I create one around all of the people in and beings that have my permission to be in the live stream and in the replay. And I invite in our guides, our higher selves, and two of our archangels, Archangel Michael for protection and clearing, and Archangel Raphael for healing. And I invite in the source of love of this universe and Mother Gaia. And I'd just like you to join me in taking 3 deep breaths. So in through the nose, nice and deep. Hold and breathe out through the mouth what no longer serves your highest good, nice and loud. Breathe in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe out through the mouth any low vibration energy or emotion, nice and loud. And breathe in through the nose, nice and deep. And breathe in what no longer serves your highest good, nice and loud. And continue to breathe deeply and calmly. And I set the intention for today's session, both live and in the replay, that we are here to assist those that have our permission in this space and those that give their own consent for our clearing, healing, and readings to help them on their journeys at this time. And when I choose to engage with each participant, I ask you to give me consent energetically, depending on your requests for reading, clearing, or healing, and for your guides to step forwards, at least one of your guides to step forwards and to connect with me and to discuss how best to help you at this time. And so with that, I'm going to get us started. And I did mention at the start, donations are optional. I'm here to help you. And if you want to repay me and thank me, feel free to. At the very start of the chat, there is a PayPal donations link. And you can also just donate through the, what do you call it? Super thanks in YouTube. I think PayPal takes less fees, but it's totally your choice. So yeah, let us get started. I know one person was asking about the RSVPs, and really that's my way of helping understand like that you're going to come along. You can request any themes or topics that we'd like to cover. It adds a calendar invite so that you don't forget to come along. And in future, I may take like pre-requests, but I feel like at the moment it's fair for everyone just to ask live in the chat. And I'm remembering that we were asked, who is it that asked to do, it was Teresa that asked to do an upgrade for everyone in the chat or in the live stream. So I'm just going to set a very clear intention that for this next couple of minutes, this is totally optional for everyone in the live and in the replay. And as a group, we will come together and set the intention for those that choose to participate to provide a clearing, healing, and a reading, and an optional upgrade or activation of any gifts that will help you at this time. And so to do so, I'd like you to join me for a moment and just close your eyes and imagine all of us sat in a circle at this time. And there's quite a few of us. There's 25 in the live stream, and I'm sure more in the replay. And we're all sat together at once, live and in the replay. And in this quantum reality, behind each of us sit our spirit guides, up to about 8 active guides. And in the center of the circle, I'm going to bring down a column of golden light from the highest dimension of source above. And I bring it down to the very center, like it's a fire, like a campfire at the center of our circle. And I bring it down to just about head height. And I set the intention to clear, to heal, to offer any messages, and for those that choose to accept an upgrade at this time, and only if it serves their highest good individually. And I'm expanding this light out now like the spokes of a wheel out to each of us just above our crown chakras, just above our heads, setting the intention to clear, to heal, to energize, and optionally to upgrade. And then bringing the energy now down through our crown chakras, to the top of our heads, clearing, healing, energizing, sharing any messages. Many of you are already talking to your spirit guides, and you're being asked to just confirm when you experience, just to say it out loud. Just say thank you. If you see something in the clouds, a number, a synchronicity, a feeling, a sound, something out of the ordinary, something magical, something that feels like your guides, just say it out loud. And then down through our third eye chakras, there's very much an awakening of third eyes in this group at this time. Our third eye is all about receiving across multiple dimensions and encouraging you to practice discernment when you see, whether it's the shadows in the corners of your eye, all the way through to full-bodied apparitions. Feel into the frequency, into the dimension that they're in. If you don't like how their energy feels, tell them to leave immediately. Or ask your guides for assistance and advice about what best to do with them. Bringing that golden light of source now down into the throat chakra, healing, clearing, and energizing, encouraging you all to speak your truth. Even if you can't speak it to others in person, speak it out loud, express your truth. Speak it, write it, sing it, shout it, however you wish. Just release that energy. Your unique truth is valuable. Each of us unique, each of our unique perspectives and each of our unique truths is equally valuable, and it's helpful to express that energy from you. And I'm just going to bring in some healing energy specifically for our throat chakras with the Om sound. Good. And then down into the heart chakra, clearing, healing, energizing, and encouraging our heart chakras to return to their natural size and shape. For those of us that are overcompensating by giving too much, by always being the ones that are doing the loving and not taking time to receive love, and not feeling always that we deserve love. Encouraging your heart to gently open and yet feel safe in the protection and the love of your sovereign boundaries of yourself as a being and of your heart. And to release any baggage, anything that no longer serves your highest good. And then down into the solar plexus, clearing, healing, and energizing. Many of our solar plexus chakras are quite small at this time, and encouraging them to return to natural size and shape. and allow yourself to be fueled by your love and your connection, your own individual connection into the source of love of this universe, this infinite abundance of energy. Allow yourself to receive as much as you give or more than you give, and fill your cup. And then down into the sacral chakra, inspiring that passion, that fire, that inner child, that part of you that feels wild when you explore these different things in your life, and clearing away any blockages and returning your sacral chakra to the normal size and shape, and down to the root chakra, building strong roots and strong foundations, clearing away any blockages, anything that's holding you back, and reach down as far as you want into Mother Earth, whether it's a few miles down or all the way in to the core of Mother Earth. And whenever you have energy that doesn't serve your highest good, feel free to release it and send it down into the ground. And Mother Earth will use it for compost to help others grow. And I'd also like you to just allow all the energy to flow freely at the right pace throughout your chakras, from the crown chakra all the way down to the root chakra and deep down into the ground, up and down, flowing freely. And then to the upgrades, if there's any aspect of your chakras, any aspect of your being at this time that is awaiting an upgrade and is ready and consents for an upgrade, just allow this gently to start now. And it doesn't need to complete in this session right now. It can continue on over the coming days at the right pace for you. Just scanning down through all your chakras and throughout your body and throughout your being. Good. And now I'm just going to tidy up that source light and just move that out into the whole area surrounding our whole group. And you can choose for that golden light that's flowing through you to continue, or for it to dissipate when it feels right for you. Okay, I need to catch up on some capitals, some people asking. So let's see where we've got to. Thank you for all your engagement. Thank you for coming along. So the first capitals I see from Viviane were, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Viviane. Like, you're a fantastic support. It's really kind. And then going down. I'm scrolling. And then I get to Millie is the first one I see. So please let me know. I'm just going to keep my phone on the latest chat and my laptop on a marker for the requests. So Millie says, I would love an energetic upgrade. Okay, we did one for the group. Millie, let me know. I think you did just say, and it was 11:22. That's really cool. You did just say, but just let me know you would still like an upgrade or not, given we just did one for the group. But let me know if you want something done specifically just for you. I'll give you a moment to respond. And now I'm not sure if my phone's updating, but I'll just give it a second. My phone wasn't updating. John, it's fine. I'm good. Thank you. Okay, great. Well, it's a pleasure. And yeah, if you have anything specific, do let me know. Okay, scrolling down. So, and Nathan says, bless you, John. You've helped another with your spiritual work. And my pleasure. And I think, Nathan, you also gave me, you did, a donation. Thank you so much. That's really kind. And I will get to yours in order. I'm not prioritizing donations yet. I'm just doing them sequentially. Viviane says, may I have a healing and clearing for my hips, please? Thank you. Yes, of course. And I know you're still here, Viviane, so I'm going to take a look. And I see one of my dear friends, Nancy from Shift Your Life is here as well. Hello, Nancy. Amazing to see you. Hello, hello. Okay, so for Viviane, let me take a look at your hips. So I'm just asking yourself and your guides to step forwards. Viviane, I see, I don't know if you can really see on camera, but I see like you're doing this, like your light body's doing this, like you're kind of moving your hips from side to side and kind of showing me the what's painful. You, your energy is very it's like I know you, your energy is familiar to me. Let me understand why. I'm just going to ask one of your guides to step forwards. Like your guides are around you. It's like you've got this whole gang around you all the time. I feel like they're very loving and supportive, and they're really proud of you. Like they're really proud of your continued investment in yourself and your ability to talk with them more and more. And they're absolutely here for you. I'm being drawn to around your hips, around the outside of your hips. I see these bright lines, these lights that go around the outside of your hips. What is this? What is this I'm seeing? Why am I being shown this? And they are, I don't really know a good term for them. They're around the outside of your hips, so just from the top of the waist and then down to just your top of your legs, like below the buttocks. On either side, I see energetically there's these strips of light, and they are they're almost like I forgot what you call them in America. We call them stabilizers in the UK. Training wheels, that's what you call them. Like on bicycles. Like it's not that shape, but it's almost like the purpose is there. And there's this. I was being shown like some of the forms that you've taken previously, and one of them was in Lemuria. And in Lemuria, you were, and I haven't been shown the whole being yet, so I'm just sharing what I've been shown. But it was like you were seeing this, I was seeing this much wider hipped being, and okay, so it's a mermaid, but you had like, how to describe it, like your tail fin could expand right out, like to something like 6 times the width of the top of your body. So your top of your body was more humanoid, and then down below was much wider. And so when you came into this lifetime, these training wheels, like these kind of supports, have been in place to help your body, to help your light body contain itself within the human form. And I feel like there's this stiffness, and that it's causing you some pain as well. And what can we do for Viviane at this time other than bring awareness? So there's the opportunity to remove these supporting training rods or wheels that go around the outside of your hips, and it'll allow you to, like, it'll free you up more. There is an ask of you, which is to dance more, especially with the hips. Like, so dancing with your mid, like your solar plexus, sacral chakra, root chakra, and you can look up dances online about how to do different dances for different chakras. I know my friend Manda, who is called Lotus Leo on Instagram, she does dances at different chakras, and that can help with your integration, but it'll also help you strengthen the lower parts of your core and around your hips, for how much, for what feels comfortable for you. And let me just bring in some healing energy. I was going to see if these strips of light are ready to come out. they are ready to come out. Let me just check. Yeah, it's safe to do so. Okay, so a lot of the pain that you've been experiencing is because of, like, they've been they no longer serve your highest good. Like, you don't need those anymore. So I'm just going to lift these out. We remove these stabilizing features of light from you at this time, and celebrate your progress and your journey and your readiness for this next stage, this next upgrade, and set the intention for your healing. I'm just returning these stabilizers to source. Thank you. Quite interesting. They were not sentient. They were more like, the stabilizers were more like technology, light technology. And just checking down, scanning down through your chakras. Yeah, and I'm just going to send some healing energy in particular into the sacral chakra. Ora inara mutera. Good. I hope that helps. Let me know, Viviane, how that feels, and if it resonates with you. Okay, so, and I'm just stepping back from Viviane. Thank you for that. Gemma says, thank you, appreciate your answers. People saying hello to each other. Hello, Angela. And Young, I'm not sure how to say your name. Youngeen Bands. If you have if that's your name, or you have a simpler version of it to call you by, then I will go with this. And you've asked for a healing and a clearing. That's right, me. Okay. So Youngeen Bands, just asking you to step forwards and your guides. As your light body steps forwards to me, you're kind of like this. You're like, hello. Like, there's this really strong. Viviane is saying, since my kids, my hips were so stiff, and grateful for the. Oh, that's incredible. Oh, I wonder if that expansion was also a part of your ability for birthing as a Lemurian mermaid. That's so cool. But that's really cool. I'm glad that helps and resonates, Viviane. So Youngeen Bands. Yeah, the immediate message I got for you was this, like, you don't need to do it all alone. You don't need to be a lone wolf. And many of us, including myself, resonate with being a lone wolf. Or, at times being a lone wolf. And your guides they would like to be closer to you, and they'd like you to ask for help. So just ask them. You can say it out loud, right? You can say these things out loud, like, I ask every day for messages for the highest good, love, and compassion of all. You can do this yourself, and just ask your guides anything. And for the clearing and healing, let's just scan through. Your body, like your light body, is just like moving backwards and forwards, and you're being encouraged to ground, like to walk barefoot in the ground and to connect into Mother Earth, and just to help with this is excitement that things are happening for you, that you are going through ascension symptoms, and at the same time, like just feeling into this this groundedness. Strong trees, tall trees have very deep roots, and you're being asked to do this also. So just going to assist you with that. I'm just scanning down through your chakras. Down to the heart. So the upper chakras look quite clear. And then as it's getting a bit cloudier down, so towards the solar plexus, sacral and root chakra. And so there is an entity. There's this it's like a cloud, like a dark cloud on some of your lower chakras. And what's happening is that's like slowing your ability to connect into the earth and to build those strong foundations. So I'm just going to remove this entity. Ora iniamara chichitia kara inamarua arasania. And as it's a cloud, I'm moving it into a containment field. Archangel Michael, please return to source or never return here again. Thank you. And that light language took me a little bit by surprise. It was to really push this entity out of you and to capture it in that containment field. Because that looks better. And then just grounding you, helping you ground into earth. Good. So yeah, let me know if that helped you. I'm just stepping back from your energy, young Geen Bans. Okay, so who is next? I have Watch. Okay. So let me. What have you asked for? What's asked for? Oh, you just said. If I actually read it, it says, "Hey John, I've RSVP'd. Do I still request?" Yes, please do request. And I'm just checking. Going to check through. Have you asked specifically for anything? No, not that I can see, or maybe I'm missing it. So feel free. I'll pick you up on my phone. Chats, watch, but yeah, please do. If you still want me to do something for you, just let me know, since that was your position in the queue, and I can come back to you. And then Lacey Gray, and I've not forgotten about Nathan. Thank you for your donation. So Lacey Gray, may I receive some spiritual guidance? Oh, that sounds like, oh, Alison Watts here. Hello, Alison. And Gypsy JJ and many others. Oh, Olivia's here. Hello, Olivia. From TikTok, I think. Right, let me get coffee and then I'll give you some spiritual guidance. Spiritual guidance sounds easy, right? Okay, so for Lacey Gray, just asking you to step forwards with your energy and your guides. So your guides are asking me to channel. I don't think I've done like, I'd call it almost like trance channeling, maybe ever in a live stream. I don't know. I've done a lot of it in client sessions live, but that's what your guides are asking me. So let me put down my coffee. Okay, so I'm just going to ask your guide. First of all, I'm going to just greet them. Lacey, I'm just going to find out who they are. And then if it feels right for me, I'll invite them in very briefly for a message for you. But it must be important if they're asking for me to go to such energetic lengths. So let me see. And your guide that stepped forward, Lacey, is they're very angelic, but they didn't appear to me initially as angelic. So it's interesting. They've risen up through the vibrations, through the dimensions to achieve frequency of angelic realms. And they're reminding me now of the difference in frequency that I have to them. And because of that frequency difference, they want me to keep this quite short, but they do want me to allow them to channel through me. Okay. It's all very dramatic. Lacey, on your path. Keep going on your path. The path ahead of you is not predetermined, but it is dictated by your feelings and your aspirations in this present moment of the future that lies ahead of you. And I am here as your angelic guide to assist you with the dropping of these feathers on your path. Whenever you're not sure if something is heart aligned, ask me, ask your angels, ask your guides, ask us out loud, is this aligned with my heart? Is this aligned with the path to my dream life? Ask us, ask us. We send you love. Wow, thank you. I hope that helps, Lacey. That was very powerful, really beautiful. And I feel like it's a beautiful message for all of us as well. So thank you for that. Okay, moving on. And yeah, let me know if that helped. And I'll ask Viviani or anyone else who's paying attention if I'm missing anyone as I go. And so on to Nathan finally. And he says, my request is anything, a clearing, a healing, or reading, whatever you feel led to do. And thank you for your donation. Do I get to like it or something? Let me try and click on it. Oh, I do. Fantastic. So just asking Nathan's guides and Nathan's energy to step forwards. There's this strong contrast you have, Nathan, in your energy. On one, let me get this right. On your left side of you is very dark and low vibration. On the right hand side of you is very light. And is this? I'm just asking: is this symbolic? Is this actually how you are energetically, or physically, or all of the above? And what I'm hearing is that you're pushing. You're quite used to like pushing your darkness away. It's like hiding demons in the closets or hiding clutter in our cupboards or drawers. And this division in you, it's almost like you've built this energetic dam between the two, between what you consider good of you and what you consider bad of you. And so you're being asked to, and thank you, Youngeen Bands, for a very kind donation. That's really kind. And you said that your stomach hurt as soon as I was doing the healing. Well, I hope it helps you. It was an honor to assist you at this time. And Nathan, you're being asked to really face your darkness, face your shadows. My dear friend Nova and I just did 2 podcasts, and they were related to the first one. Right, you'll see it on my channel under podcasts. There's a playlist for it as well. we did one on shadow work, a really long one, about 2.5 hours, and then we did one for about an hour on boundaries. So that's a useful reference point. There's lots of like useful practices in there that you can try out yourself. And you also see free meditations on my website that will help you. But let me see if I can bring together and help integrate this darkness and light of you, and also like to have a more free flowing spectrum, so that there's not this silo in between that's causing like stuck energy. And there is also, I'm aware of attachment, like a negative entity on the left side of you, but I'm not zooming in quite yet. So let me see if I can first smooth your energy a bit further. Okay, so I'm going to bring in some dragon light language. For those of you who have never heard me do dragon light language, it's a bit loud, and I roar a lot. So it's very loving, and yet fierce energy. Orai Arianoruma. Smoothing that energy from your darkness to your light as a whole spectrum. Araina. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Good. I'm just scanning through with light from the highest dimension of source above down through your chakras, through your physical body, Nathan, just to see if there's any entities to be removed. Yes, there is. There's like this dark shadow on the left side of you. There's a shadow being attached to you. Ariam. It's time for you to be removed. I'm just bringing my light sword and gently setting the intention not to harm Nathan in any way, and just removing anything that doesn't serve your highest good. Archangel Michael, please return to source or never return here again. Thank you. Just releasing any of that negative energy from you, returning to source, or to never return here again. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Good. I hope this helps you, Nathan. That's quite a lot, especially for one of these live sessions. So I hope that helps. Let me know in the comments. And thank you again for your donation. And since Nathan has a big bright donation, I'm going to be able to scroll back to that easily. So let me just I might do a backward scan of people saying hello. There's a book called No Bad Parts. It's pretty cheap on Amazon, and it helps send love to all our parts. So I love that. As the growling light language, yes, the dragons. Rawr. That's a terrible dragon impression. I apologize. And I've been doing, Nathan says, I've been tons of shadow, and I'll do more through your playlist. Thank you. And yeah, do check out my guided meditations, because shadow work's important, but also boundaries are, and removing negative entities. Hi, horses. Love seeing everyone in all these live streams. We're truly a soul family. That's lovely, Angela. Millie says, I think said his friend on Instagram called Lotus Leo. That's right, lotus.leo is her name. We've done a collaboration as well. So if you search for Lotus Leo and Jon Binnie, you'll find us on YouTube. And I'm sure in there I've got a link to her channel. And Mr. Floyd's channeling group, Horses Trigger Hope. So that's who you were talking to, okay. And John, did you get to Sylvia's request for a reading regarding the development of her light language? No, not yet. And then just, you skipped me, but it's okay. I believe I'm getting what I need, hypnicity. So apologies if I've skipped a couple of people. I'm glad I'm reading backwards. High-pitched light language, Angela's saying, but some of the other dialects that come through are interesting. Yeah, I love the whole diversity of light languages. It's so cool. Uh, and Rose Fine asks, how do I know what type of dragon I have? It's a great question. Well, you can ask them. You can also explore like the different frequencies that your guide is sharing, or that it's part of you, and feel into what you experience from others. So that's also fun. Oh, and Watch says, I have requested, okay, a clearing for my right hip abdomen. Okay, so I'm going to scroll back up. So there's two people I think I'd maybe missed. There was Hypnicity and there was someone else. My memory is not so good. Maybe I should start typing a list. But I've gone all the way back to top. So I'm just checking through. Like and subscribe. And it's only the ones in capitals I can really pick out at any speed. Scanning down. So Viviani's and her hips. I've done that one. Watch. Did I do Watch? I think so. Let me know if I didn't. And then Hypnicity. So you said good morning and blessings to all. And then I did Lacey. I remember doing that. And then Nathan's donation. So, okay. And then hello again to Nancy. Watch says, thank you. Appreciate your work. Your Dragonlight language always gets me growling and talking along when I allow myself. You haven't done me yet, mate. Okay, great. Let's do Watch. Watch must be next. So if you are scrolling back up and down the chat, my current line of sight is at Nathan's donation, and I'm just pausing there for a moment to focus on Watch's request. And Watch asked for, I remember the hips, but there was something specific about it as well. It's so funny how quickly and discombobulated I become when I'm doing these sessions. So Watch says, I've requested a clearing for my right hip and abdomen, please, Jon. Okay, let me take a look. Just asking Watch to step forwards and also your guides. It's really funny, like you're doing like this yes, watch, as in the watch. Like you're pointing at your watch like this. Cool. And then the right hip and abdomen. How can we help at this time? Just scanning down. There's this like well, there is an energy leak. So this energy is like just, it's like pouring out of you. It reminds me of, and it's coming out of the hip. It reminds me of like when you see a solar flare or like gas escaping from a planet. You know, I was just asking why your guides were showing me it's two places, and I was just asking what were the two places, and they said it's you're right, it's the abdomen and the hip. And it's like the original kind of blast area of the energy leak started at the abdomen and then went on to affect the hip. And I'm hearing too much too soon, that there was an upgrade in progress on the sacral chakra, and that it went too fast for you. Like it went too fast for your human body, and so that upgrade paused, but it paused after this this eruption of energy. Okay, so I'm just being asked to first, I'll go back to the source of that, so into the sacral chakra, and really help bring the sacral chakra back to good health, so the right size and shape and color and frequency, and then also to help you just be able to connect with the rest of the chakras, And then I'll take a second look at the hips and the abdomen. So bringing down a column of golden light, just all the way down through the chakras, down to the sacral chakra. And set the intention to clear, to heal, to energize, and to close off any energy leaks. Ora intiama urayamo, uria, 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 intineayamaha. It's good. Okay. And then I'm checking down with the hips. And then the abdomen. And the abdomen just closing off. It's like there's a tear in the muscles. Ora intimiaro togomoruya. This is an Elvian light language, and it's the closest your soul has had to a human form before. Unara I ira unoro. To heal the fibers of your being, just like your moss, grass, the fibers weaving back together. Ara inero. And just placing some energetic protection around these wounded areas. Good. And then just checking the rest of your chakras. Yeah, that's good. Okay. I think that's the best we can do for you at the moment, Watch. And I hope that helps. Message for all of us, including Watch, is that whenever you're going through any kind of energetic storms, any upgrades you're aware of, you can ask for them to slow down. You can just ask your guides. It's like talking to Siri or Alexa, and apologies if my voice has just triggered them. But you can just say to your guides, please give me time off, give me a couple of hours off, give me a day, a week off. You can pause any of these in-flight activations and upgrades. So yeah, feel free to be commanding. And Watch says, bless you, John, for your help. So kind, thank you. And I read it. Okay. Mr. Floyd, hello again to Olivia. Viviane, yeah, thank you for your donation, Nathan. It's really kind. And Nancy says, hi, John. It's Nancy, by the way. Much love. Oh, it's so cool. I met Nancy in person in 2019 over in Portland at the ET Ranch, the East Seti Ranch. It was just amazing. They keep popping up in my awareness. And it was funny, yesterday I was thinking, I wonder if I should just go there by myself. I'd love to. It was such fun. And it was just amazing meeting Nancy, and I'm sure we'll meet again. And Kirsty, hello. Thank you for that clearing. It was very powerful. I'm glad that helped, Kirsty. And Kirsty's one of my clients, and it's an honor to do in-person clearings as well. I absolutely love that. Okay, Viviane. Okay, keeping going. I still haven't seen, there was, Hypnicity was saying I missed you, but I haven't seen your request. So please do repeat, even if it's several times. Oh, you said it's just before Nathan's super chat. Just spotted. That's strange. I don't see it. That's weird. I just see hello and thank you, Fatima. But yeah, I don't see it. Well, you are asking for one, Hypnicity. Maybe you could just tell me, since you were chatting at that time, if you could just tell me what it was, and I'll do one for you just now, like what your request is. And after that, we're on to Angela. Did I do Angela? I'm so confused now. I think I'm going to go to like a traditional to-do list after this. I'm sure that's what other YouTubers do. Oh, and Nancy also asked, but without capitals, I wish I could get a little clearing, but I'm painting at my uncle's new place. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for what Hypnosy's going to ask for. He said, Hypnosy says, not a big deal. I'm dealing with depression. Can I get a healing clearing? Oh, and Angela says, I haven't done yours yet. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so let's do Hypnosy and then Angela. And then Nancy, if you are still around, you can ask again, since you did ask, even though it wasn't in capitals. Just ask me if you'd like me to do something for you, even though you're painting. Okay, so Hypnosy. Yeah, just holding space for your depression. And thank you for sharing that. It's just so powerful to share. And many of us go through, depression journeys, and it's some of the darkest vibrations and frequencies, and certainly some of the hardest times in my life, and what I've experienced with others. And a big part of depression can often be the shame. And so you sharing, or that you are suffering with it is already helping both you and others. So thank you for what might seem like a small step to some is a huge step. So thank you for that. Okay, let me see. For Hypnosy, it's asking you to step forwards, and then also one of your guides. Your guide is like really really here for you, and is actively involved in helping you right now. And they were just giving me a glimpse of some of what you're feeling, like just like the tip of the iceberg. And it's really strong and really powerful. So thank you for both sharing that you're experiencing this, and also asking for help. There's nothing more important than asking for help. Okay. And so your guide, it's like this kind of burst of communication from your guide. And your guide also said that there's this this attack that you're experiencing, this energetic attack. And so your guide is very much involved in the protection of you at this time. And this entity that's attacking you is coming and going, like it's coming into your space, provoking you, like pulling you down with like triggering, like it's like amplifying triggers. And then it's causing like you to react, and then it feeds off those triggers. Now, this is that what I've just described, you could apply to almost any negative entity, but this one comes and goes, and they're trickier, much trickier to deal with. And this entity is trying to slow your progress. That's its purpose, is to, I mean, yes, it's here to feed, but it's also like it wants to slow your spiritual development, because you are a very talented soul. And I see on one side of you this entity like attacking you and provoking you, and then on the other side, you're like you're stepping away from that, and your guide is like pulling you away from that energy and those triggers. I'm just seeing if this entity has like any attachment to you. And this entity has it's like it has a voice for you, Hypnosy. It has a voice in you. And the way I describe it is that when you're experiencing your triggers that are pulling you down the lowest, it's this entity comes in and it pretends to be helpful, like a guide. It's not uncommon for negative entities, very dark ones, manipulative ones, to pretend to be spirit guides, and they can pretend to be anything, right? And this one is like, how to describe it? It's like reassuring you and saying, "Oh, I can help. There's that thing again. I can help you." And it's that there. So there's like a small amount of consent that you're giving it. You're still really cautious with it, and you don't. It feels like you don't really like it. And this is why it almost like a tug of war between like the kind of angel and demon, like the angel of your guide, and then there's demonic energy that's attacking you. And I'm asking Archangel Michael, like, what's safe to do? It's dangerous work, full stop, but it's even more dangerous in these live streams. Let me just see the safest thing to do at this time. So it's for you, Hypnosty, to cut cords with this entity that's attacking you, to cut these connections. And I see you with the next time you're triggered, being able to go through that trigger journey end to end yourself without support. And so, yeah, encouraging you to really feel into your inner strength, and for your guide to ask them for help. So ask, the guide is as much external to you as they are part of you. And so it's like you're asking the angel of yourself for help when you're feeling triggered, and to be able to take a moment, take a step back in those lowest lows, and know that there's always that golden light of source inside of you. It can never be removed from you, nor can it be extinguished. And go deep inside to find that answer. And even below the lowest vibration of shame that we can experience is this beautiful light, if you allow yourself to see it within yourself, and to gift yourself that self-love and that self-trust that you can work through this yourself without any help from, especially from this external entity to you. And I'm just going to create a golden bubble of protective light around that entity that doesn't serve your highest good. I'm explaining that it doesn't have permission to be there or to attack you. Archangel Michael's like encouraging this being to like leave. It's not going to return to source, but we can definitely make sure it leaves. And then for any cords that remain, just checking through and cutting any cords that you have with that entity. Area utire mea insinio Romeo. And bring in healing, angelic energy into those wounds. And finally, and thank you for everyone's love and support of Hypnosty at this time. I'm just sending in healing love. I hope that helps you at this time. Thank you. Thank you for your request. Okay, next we have Angela. I'm just checking for any other updates. Thank you for Josh to introducing me. Yeah, thank you, Josh. Oh, you love it. Thank you. Okay. And Hypnosty had said, I believe the key to unlocking depression is connection. Thanks for going on the journey with me. Yeah, really holding space for your journey. It's a very powerful journey for a very powerful soul. And the good news is that whenever you attract, accidentally or you attract, very dark entities, it's because you're a very bright, powerful being, and it's the universe, has all ends of the spectrum all at once, and so yeah, I hope that helps you. So Angela says, I would love a reading regarding my spiritual development and or spiritual guidance for me right now. Okay, so let me check in. And I'm being shown for you, Angela, it's like you're flipping tarot cards, 3 cards, and you're like flipping them over and you're asking questions. It's either something you do already or something you could try yourself. There's this thing for you where, like many of us humans, that if you can touch it, if you can hold it and you can see it outside of you, it's a very powerful way of being able to experience it. And I like that when you open up a tarot card. So I don't do tarot cards, but when you see the cards, you get the moment to reflect on it and talk about it. And I see so many advantages to that. The way I work is much more real time and quite fast, even though we're an hour and 60 minutes and I haven't done a ton of readings, but it's like you have those moments, those pauses for reflection. And so you are being encouraged to find those ways on your journey where you get to pause and receive. So you get to set the intention. So you could say, guides, what is the next task I should do for the highest good, love and compassion of me or my loved ones or the universe? Like, just set the intention or ask a question, and then practice hearing and listening and receiving. Another way of doing this is to not ask a question and go on what I describe as a vision quest. So I do go on vision quests quite regularly, and I would define a vision quest by you being able to go out without knowing the question or knowing the answer, but knowing that you have to do this quest to both first find the question and then the answer. And I've just been guided like to share my example where I was guided to go up to Dollar, which was a place around about the middle of Scotland, central Scotland, where I spent the first few years of my life. And I didn't know why I had to go there. It was on the journey of my vision quest. And the question that I got when I was there from my guides, they said, John, who were you before, my voice is changing, who were you before you were programmed? Like before I programmed myself and allowed society to program me. And it's before I went into school. And then the answer, of course, I got to experience, and I had a lot of, early life recalls. And I visited the place. I visited my old nursery school, the old school I went to. And I asked a lot of questions of that inner child of me, like that child of me, like, what did I do? What did I love? Like, what was my view of the world? So that's another way of receiving. So encouraging you, also walks in nature, if I haven't already said it, can be great ways of doing it. I'm just checking if there's anything else. And presence, this present moment, like enjoying this very thing right now, this right thing, like this is me living my dream life. Like I'm literally living my dream life right now, doing this with you guys. And having, for you, Angela, like really connecting with that and enjoying the moments. Your guide is like they're right next to you. They're on your left just now, and they're very much with you and here to support you. So yeah, please do ask them for help and listen with an open heart. Okay, I hope that helps. I didn't see anything from Nancy in Shift for Life, so I'm going to continue on. Wanda says, very interesting. I'm getting quite good setting intentions and asking about it, but could do with some work on receiving answers. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure. And Sylvia was asking, I would like a reading regarding my development of my light language. Am I seeing? That's really funny. I think I'm seeing the same Sylvia like twice at the same time. I can see it just below Nancy's, and then again, Sylvia's reminding me. So yeah, don't be afraid to remind me. But please do put them in caps. Okay, and Sylvia originally asked, I would like a reading regarding development of my light language. Thank you. Okay. Just asking Sylvia to come forward, send her guides. So I don't understand all of this yet, so I'll just describe it as it comes in. Sylvia, like you're just standing very strongly, step forwards in front of your guides, and then all your guides are like behind you, and they're like stood as a choir. It's really fascinating because they all want to sing at the same time. And so when we ask about light language, they all want to say light language at the same time, but they're not from the same places. They're not, it's a very diverse, galactically diverse group of guides that you have. And I'm really curious about how, okay. Oh, this is really beautiful to explain. I love it. I love explaining this. Okay. And we'll come on to how this can help you, Sylvia. So to explain this beautiful magic gift that many galactic beings have, and I see it in the galactic councils when I do work with them. Often when I go aboard a galactic federation ship, they show me this. And what they do is they have this, it's like at the start of a meeting or a ceremony, they will set a pitch, a frequency for their heart chakras. So often it'll be like the first person, or they'll like ring a bell, or there'll be like a tone to start with. And then every being is able to, and this could be hundreds of beings from all around the universe, they set the frequency of their heart chakra, and then they connect it with each being. And it's almost like a kind of like one of these waves of people that you see like at a soccer or football match. And what they'll do is they connect like one heart to the next heart to the next heart to the next heart. And as the whole room, the whole group connects their hearts together, they form unity. So they're still individual, but they have a far stronger unity connection. And it's this unity connection that you, Sylvia, are being asked to cultivate within you. So, and it's just so beautiful. And I see there's so many practical purposes for doing this. And one is that I feel your frustration. I feel you're quite blocked because you're like, I want to like, you're getting like, how to describe it, like small, like kind of bouts of light language. You'd be like, it's almost like it's stopping and starting, and you feel it's frustrating as well because energetically it feels a bit disconnected. Like, how does this all meant to work? And so for you are the choir master of your 8 guides as a choir. Well, it's so exciting. It's so exciting. So yes, there are 8 guides, but what you can do is through this unity connection to each of them, you're able to allow them all to express themselves in unity. So they can speak with 8 beings plus you with one voice. And so the way to do this is quite a small number of steps, but it'll take some practice. And so what you can do is I would first of all go into like a meditation, at very least take 3 deep breaths, and then set the intention for your heart to connect in with your guides. And you can imagine them either in front of you or behind you. you might find it easier to visualize in front of you. And imagine there are 8 hearts. You don't need to have a clear view of them. Just imagine them as like the outlines of these beings, all different sizes and shapes, and just connect into each of their hearts, and then bring every heart together at this frequency. And you could choose like a tuning fork, or like a crystal singing bowl, something that's at the 432 hertz. All my music's at 432 hertz. And you're setting the intention to form, what's this term they use for unity, for connecting in unity? It's like a merging of hearts, the unification of your hearts. And then as you come together as the 9 of you, set the intention about what you want to express first. And it might be a message from all of your guides. So you could ask all your guides, what is the highest good, what messages do you have for the highest good, love and compassion of all, which is what I ask my guides each morning for, to create songs. And then just allow it to come forwards, and allow it to come in through your heart and then rise up into the throat chakra, and really play with it. I've never seen anyone do this before, physically or energetically, and it's really, really beautiful. It's very unique. And I see it like initially a bit like a kind of bubbling volcano of energy, and there's like rolling of R's and vowels and playing with different frequencies, and explore those different noises and sounds. And I was about to make that, and your guide's like, no, Jon, like, don't ruin the moment. That was very funny. Yeah, they were just saying like, just allow yourself to play with it. And then once you form that connection, it's a practice that you can just build the connection over time. You can hold the connection for long periods of time with your guides, or you can so you might even set up for like 24 hours. And then if you're feeling a little bit drained, or your guides think it's a good idea for you to disconnect, like for instance, one of them wants to go off and do something else, then you can disconnect. But as you practice like connecting on and off, and perhaps trying it, for anything from 10 minutes to an hour, can really help. And I do have a light language course on my website that you can check out. It's also on Udemy, as in the letter UDEMY. There's How to Learn Light Language by Jon Binnie. And it's a really beautiful series of workshops that teach you how to really explore it for yourself in private, so you don't need to feel embarrassed about sharing it with others like I did for a long time. So I hope that helps. Thank you, Sylvia. I'm just checking back through the comments. Let me grab some coffee as well. And we're coming up on an hour and a half. Thank you so much for everyone's requests. Loving the chat between you all. And I did see some chat about Lotus Leo and people getting in touch. That's really cool. Angela says, love your light language. I channel this growling low pitch of a light language sometimes, and I always think it's weird, so I love hearing it. Yay! Like, you don't need to be scared of light language. I always practice safe, channeling of any kind. Light language doesn't need to be channeled, right? It can come just from you, from your soul, from all the different aspects of you. And our guides are often mirrors of these parts of us. So I have a dragon guide, but I have also been a dragon in past lives. And so, yeah, the thing to do is just to make sure that you're being, safe with any channeling. So just set up a safe space, set a clear intention. A great place to start is with your guides. And then once you've once you've started like asking your guides for messages or to channel some light language through you, just that fun exploration is great. And it's hard to go wrong. I mean, you can go wrong, but it's hard to go wrong without with your guides. And Alison Watt says, "Hello, John," in capitals. Watch, I do remember doing yours. I can remember things now. LP says, "Reading, please." LP, please put in the chat if you're still around. Oh, this is so good, you said. So I'll just ask again, LP, if you could confirm that you would like a reading or anything, please. Okay, a reading. And just for your awareness, especially as time goes on a bit, for me, the hardest things energetically are like the quantum energy healing, like stepping into your energy, the clearings, the high risk clearings. They're definitely harder for me. And readings are probably the easiest because they're much more the upper chakras, the crown chakra, and I don't need to get as close to your energy or any challenges you're having. It's just for people's awareness and a reminder for me. So let me take a look at LP's reading, please. Just asking your guides to step forwards. So LP, you're being asked to go back to when you were a child and explore more of your passions that you did when you were a young child, like about, I see, like the age of 6. And that wasn't the first thing I was shown. The first thing I was shown was you doing this. I'm not sure what you were painting, but it's like you're painting on a surface of something as a child. I don't know if it's like, is it like a kitchen table, or maybe like one of these kitchen islands? There's different colors. I'm not sure what you're painting. You might have also been building something like one of these, like a craft, like out of cardboard and bits of craft materials. And when you're creating, you do like something. I can't read it on that phone. Paint and arts. Yay. And do arts. Wow. So there's something you did when you were younger, and that is that you still have this gift, but what you do is you put this really cool way of encoding into the things you create a message. So you energetically encode a message into your creations. This is, almost, you could argue that all art has this, right? That it has the feeling and the emotion of the being that created it. There's something different about your superpower, LP, which is that I see you doing this thing where you show people your creation, and then they have the opportunity to reflect back to you this message. And it's like really strong for them. Like they would feel, I see you like, as you're creating, as you're doing your art, you're almost building this package, and on the outside is like the kind of the initial aesthetics, right? Like the colors and the shape and the human associations of what the object could be, or objects could be, like that first initial interpretation, and that's the outer layer of the package. And as they spend a little bit more time with it, you're allowing them to energetically unwrap what you've encoded in that art, and then they feel like they get this burst of energy. Now, of course, you get to choose what's in there, right? It's a gift of a message and of energy and emotion. But as they unwrap it, you could choose for someone to feel a very loving, beautiful emotion. It's not super long lived. But feelings are fast, right? Feeling love for 5 seconds, if you haven't felt love in a long time, is incredible, right? It's like life changing. And I'm also hearing that you have, wow, an ability to help people feel their to feel their own um, to feel their own self-love. I thought it was impossible for others to give us ourselves self-love, but you have this ability. It's like a very temporary effect where when you're creating art that you allow people to be able to feel self-love just for a moment. And it reminds them, it's very powerful to remind them to look after themselves. So yeah, please do explore your art in different modalities and different ways, and I hope that helps you. So I'm just stepping back. Thank you. I like helping people through laughter and empathy if I can. I use art as therapy. Oh wow, that's so beautiful. I love that so much. And your gift is incredible. And yeah, remembering what it was like when you were a child is fantastic. Scrolling down. Oops. Am I scrolling? Just broke. Lotus Leo, Millie Patsy, Teresa, No Bad Parts. Reading this out so you kind of know where I am. Perhaps you'd enjoy the book. I don't mean to offend by suggesting it. I'm sure your guides are helping you. Sylvia was the other request. And Sylvia and Viviane, just to check if I've completed Sylvia's. I think Sylvia's got some other chat in a minute, which I'll come on to. And then Heen or Heaney, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. You've given a donation. Thank you so much. I don't think I've done a reading for you. You've said hello to Hypnosty. Yes, you got Sylvia. Thank you. Thank you for confirming. Heen, could you, help me with your pronunciation? It says, why don't you just tell me what healing you selected? I'm not sure what conversation is going on here. Yeah, if you could, you made a donation, please do confirm, Heaney, if what you want. Watch says, thank you. People supporting each other, love and guidance. And I will be wrapping up soon. Anyone that's asking for any healings, please do, or readings, healings, or clearings, please do put them in all capitals. Otherwise, it's really, really hard to follow. And I would just like to let you know that I'll be bringing this to an end shortly. And so I probably don't have any room for any more. And at the end, I would like to double check through if I missed anyone. And so for Joyce, divine guidance clearing from a relationship trauma is what I have next. And Joyce, perhaps just confirm that you're still here. Just let me know. I'm not seeing anything from Joyce yet. I'm just going to restart my chat on my phone. Joyce says yes. Okay. Clearing from relationship trauma. So the very first thing that I saw for you, Joyce, is there's a strong cord connected between you and this traumatic relationship. And I'm hearing you saying, it's like over and over you're saying, but I've done the work. Like I've disconnected. That you've done the disassociation with that person, at least one person. And yet the trauma keeps coming back. And I'm just seeing how that's happening. I can see how it's energetically happening, but I'm not entirely sure how it's happening. I'm just seeing that it's like this person, this entity is like connecting repeatedly back to you. It's like reforming an attachment again and again. And I see it like sending in this energy into you that is like it's triggering you and making you remember that trauma, and it's feeding off of this. It's not the person themselves that cause the trauma. It's the being attached to them. And this is why you've not been able to, in part, disconnect as much, but also it's made the healing much harder. I'm just asking your guides to come forwards to assist more with this. Like how can Joyce best help herself? Yeah, and energetic boundaries. So yes, please. Please try and take a look at. So I have free meditations on my website, and there is something called the 14-day Spirit Guide meditations, just under the meditations and training. And my website is jonbinnie.com. So if you go in there, you'll see that there's a way of being able to create these boundaries around yourself. And it's like a golden bubble, a protective light around you, and it'll stop other entities attaching to you. There is also, I have a cord cutting meditation in there, and that will really help. And I was just asking you, is there something I could do right now for you? Not, and the answer is not beyond, since you're not being attacked right now. The best thing for you to do is to work on those boundaries. And so energetically, so try those meditations, and it doesn't really matter if you're listening to them. You know, my guided meditations, you can listen to me, a bit like I'm sat here on the microphone just now. You can listen to them and go into a meditation yourself, or you can also listen to them in your sleep. Like there's lots of different things you can do. So yeah, you can try this. I hope that helps you. And then there's some chat. I wonder if I think one of the problems here is that I'm only seeing top chat, not live chat. I wonder if that's why everything's becoming very discombobulated. So I'm now just going into live chat. Oh, live chat doesn't show me the past beyond what I was just looking at for Joyce. Because who was saying in the chat, Olivia F did make a request in all caps, perhaps is a message that's not been seen. See if I can see it any other way. Yeah, it won't let me go further back than Joyce. And I'm only going to do people that are asking in capitals. Olivia F says, I asked further up for a healing clearing. So yeah, I'll only be doing capitals. And yeah, please do ask. And I'll probably go up for another 15 minutes. So I don't know how many, like another 2 or 3 at most. Okay, Olivia, thank you for joining today. You asked for a healing and clearing. Just asking your guides to step forwards and yourself. First of all, there's this message for you, Olivia, which is you hold a gift, this present, if you like, to this earth at this time, with a very high vibration, pure light. And I see it comes down from the highest dimension of source, and it comes all the way down into your chakras, and it's like it sits a bit like a sword. It sits all the way down into the heart chakra, the tip of it, the heart chakra. And I see you as a very angelic energy, and there's a lot of dancing and singing and celebration, and you know, both you doing these things and then encouraging you to follow these things that help cultivate the expression of this gift, of this very beautiful, pure, bright light. And you're nervous about taking all the way down, taking that light all the way down into Mother Earth. And because in a past life you've done this and you lost that light, like you feel like the light was taken from you. It wasn't with planet Earth. A Mother Gaia, like she's saying, like work with me. I can do this. I can do this. So Olivia, yeah, you're being asked at this time to extend that beautiful light in your heart and extend it down through your lower chakras, through the root of your spine and deep into the planet. And I'm just going to check if there's any blockages or anything stopping you from doing that, and just allowing you to open yourself up at the right time for you and allow yourself to bring in that connection. And I'll explain why it's important if you choose to do it in a moment. Ora inia oromotokomora. Each of your chakras have this beautiful honor of receiving this gift of light, this love energy down through your chakras. Intera ina ora. Keepers of light, holders of light. This is encouraging a broad between your heart chakra, your solar plexus, and down through the sacral chakra into the root chakra, and then down to Mother Earth. And I'm just like laying the foundation so that there's like a broadened like pipe of light that allows you to transmit that down if you choose to. The light itself is destined for Mother Earth, and you are the gatekeeper of this light. You are the keeper of this light. That means that you get to decide when it is brought into Mother Earth, and if that happens during your life, this lifetime, and if and when you choose to bring it into Mother Earth, you help this whole planet raise in vibration. So you're one of the keepers of light that helps literally pull the planet up in vibration up into the fifth dimension. And there are many of you doing this, and us coming together like this is also, you know, one of the ways this happens. see, I feel like that looks good for you now. Just let me know in the chat if there's anything further you want me to do. But I feel like if you want to take it forwards, if you want to bring that light forwards, um, the very first free guided meditation I do in the 14-day challenge on jonbinnie.com is the connection into source and Gaia, and just doing that meditation, it's about 10 minutes, will support you in that task. Okay. I feel like there's just 2 left. Now, I might be wrong. Or, oh, hang on. Still scrolling. Is there really 2 left? Which is Nancy Allen and Josephine. Oh, Olivia. That's so lovely. Sending love. Wow, that's so cool. And hello to Susan Lindsay. Hope you're well. Okay, so I think we're just going to do 2 more, unless I've missed someone, in which case I'd ask Viviani in particular, who's been such an incredible support over the last couple of hours, just to check if I've missed anyone. But I'm going to go ahead and do 2 more for today. And the first is Nancy. Please, is Pot holding me back? Thank you for your Miag. I don't know if that was just typos. I'm guessing it is. Yeah, let me take a look, Nancy, and see what's holding you back. And I don't know if this is a message that you're looking for, or you're asking is pot holding you back, as in cannabis? Maybe. Let's find out what's holding you back. Okay, let me find out. Just asking your guide to step forwards. And Anne says yes. There's like just this cloud around your crown chakra. And it's not just what you consume, it's also about the intention of both what you consume, when you consume it, and when you're not consuming really any time. There's this, I see your guide is like, or it's not just one guide, multiple guides are like coming in and out of like dreams and in and out of kind of daydreams, and also when you're exploring your vices. And what they're trying to do is come in and tell you and say, look, we're here, we're ready to talk, but we need you, clear thinking, clear vibration. And so that's what you need to do, is like focus on your spiritual hygiene. And it's physical hygiene helps. And I don't mean going for showers and stuff helps, but I mean what you consume. There is a free what do you call it? Like a little workshop called the 3 Keys. Is it 3 Keys to Your Awakening? I think it's called. You'll see it under the meditations and trainings on my website, jonbinnie.com. And it's an hour long, and it teaches you all about these different things and why it's a good idea. I mean, we all get our free will choice. We all get to do what we want, right? There's no judgment. But it'll help you understand, at least from the human perspective, like why it's a good idea to have a clear energy. And for me, and especially like doing this work today, like I'm not a monk, like I don't live like the perfect life. I'm not a perfect human, but I spend a lot of time investing in having a clear energy. I've been sober for years, and it takes a lot of practice. And so, yeah, I'd really encourage you to really feel into what that means for you and your lifestyle. And then when you do consume things, whether it's pots or whatever you choose in your life, then make sure you're setting an intention before you choose it. So for example, some people, when they're when they're smoking a cigarette may like project on like negative feelings into that cigarette and then inhale it. So you're inhaling the poison of your own negative energy. And it's like a punishment. And that's quite a common pattern for us when we have vices, like when it's food or alcohol or smoking. And so that's another thing to think about. Like, you can also, the perfect thing is like not to consume things that harm you. And in the absence of that, at very least, fill whatever it is you're consuming with really loving, positive energy, and it will help. It all helps, right? So I hope that helps you, Nancy. And apologies if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I kind of read it as Rosephine or Rosephine. Feel free to correct my pronunciation if I can talk. A request for a reading. And it's funny because I struggle to read your name. It doesn't seem that hard. Okay, so I'm going with Rosephine and just asking yourself and your guides step forwards. So the first thing that I was shown was that earlier today I was walking my dog, and near where we live there's these beautiful rose bushes, and they're really well kept. I mean, they're just out in the street, but they're really well kept by a local gardener does it. And there is this like now moment experience. And I do feel like photographers have this incredible experience, right? Where they're always seeking like the magic in the moment. And it's an art, right? Photography is an art. And so you can look at the present moment through the eyes of someone else, or see, or trying to find, or try to receive the magic with it. And then using your phone or a camera, like take a photo. And I feel like that is like photography may be helpful for you, even if it's like with a phone. But the most important thing is for you to allow yourself to open up and experience the magic of the universe. And it's not about pushing, it's about receiving, about being open to receive this infinite, I call it magic a lot. It's not an illusion, right? It's real. It's just this, mysterious and infinite, unique exploration in every single infinite present moment of the universe, expressing itself to you in so many different ways, and all the beings that we individually interact with and collectively interact with. And so, yeah, that's your message, is really to focus on those beautiful magical moments and receiving them. And there's more, like the messages, there's a lot more coming for you in those moments. Like, it's not just, hey, here's a practice you should try. It's like there's things that are ready for you to receive. And these are like thoughts, feelings. These are things that you can do, practical guidance in your life. And so one way of doing it is when you're out and about and you're wandering around in nature, or perhaps you've got a few moments to yourself, maybe you're staring at the sky or staring at a plant or something that is natural to you. What you can do is you can enjoy this moment where you just set the intention, and you could ask your guides for help and say, guides, please help me receive the beautiful magic of this infinite present moment. Or you could change that word receive to see, or to see and feel, or to receive across many dimensions. It's totally up to you. So I hope that helps you. And thank you so much, Viviana. You've been incredible. Last 2 weeks. And Patsy. It helps to be all in caps. I hope that helps, Rosebean. Okay, so Patsy, you're last. I'm just asking yourself and your guides step forwards. The first thing I get for you, Patsy, is like just everything all at once. Like you're having to organize everything all at once, and encouraging you to and you have like loads of guides with you. Um, it's so kind, Viviana. I should employ you, Viviana, to assist me. And maybe I'll figure it out. I'm sure other streamers do little lists and stuff. But I so easily get confused. Honestly, even if it's like a list of 10 things, all neatly stacked, I would like come in and out of these readings and healings and easily get confused. If you couldn't tell already. And I'll definitely do lots of grounding afterwards. So yeah, for you, Patsy, you're trying to do everything all at once. And it's like you're trying to run faster and faster at doing many things. I'm just really curious about why so many guides at this time. There's 16 guides. That's a lot. That's like double the size of many people's active teams. And I feel like you're asking your guides to step in and help with loved ones. So it's like, I'll take that guide or those 2 guides, and they're going to look after person A, and another 2 guides will look after person B, and so on. And Patsy, you're being invited to feel into, and I'll come on to your healing in a moment. You're being invited to see all your loved ones and everyone around you, those that you care for deeply and that you're running around after, to see us all as one, including myself, right? We're all in this together. We're all part of the same unified source that flows through us all. And we're all unique expressions individually of that same source of love. And so when you see someone, needing organized, needing help, needing looked after, know that they're also a reflection of you, that there's also a reflection there of yourself. And I see you like, burning yourself out fast, looking after many people, and asking your guides for help, and you're connected with your guides and they are helping a bit. But it's really, the message comes back to you, like fill your cup first. Like you are, like I spent all day filling my cup for today's 2-hour live stream. You have to like make sure you're filled, because you're so much more powerful and helpful for yourself and for others when your cup is full. And when it's filled, it's tempting to just drain it all out. But encouraging you to allow people to feel their own way and to fight their own battles as well. Like that's just as important as it is helping people. Often it's more important to help people, help people find their own well so that they can drink for themselves in the future, and you're not constantly serving them with every mouthful of water. Okay, and just checking in through your chakras. Okay, and so there's lots of like fragmented energy already. So I'm going to bring this back into one. I'd like you to see, just like we were saying for Sylvia earlier, that all your guides are connected as one. They're individual beings, but they are at one with each other. Their hearts are connected. Their hearts are connected with each other and connected with you. And just bringing these fragments together into one. It's bringing down a column of golden light, of source, down through each of your chakras and merging all the fragments of you back into one. Through the crown. And the third eye. And through the throats. Into the heart. The heart especially. It's like I need to reach my hands right out. The solar plexus. Sacral chakra and roots. Down to core Mother Earth. That's good. Okay, good. I saw like, I could see like little particles of you like filtering out and like becoming a little bit fragmented, and so just bringing those back in. They didn't reach out much further than maybe about a meter from the center of your heart, but in particular your heart was right out here, so just bring it back together. And I hope this helps. Okay. And Horses Trigger Hope says, thank you to me and Viviane. I can't thank you enough for this time and energy. So many of those messages resonate with me personally. Oh, it's so beautiful. And Pat says, spot on, John. I have tears. Oh, that's so cool. And Terry. Hello, Terry. It's amazing to see you. I'm laughing because it's we're at 2 hours and 5 minutes. Okay, since I still have like I'm feeling okay. I'm not going to offer for people to put in new readings, but I do want to double check. Is there anyone else that we've missed? Viviane, have we missed anyone else? I'm just scanning through myself. Mainly looking for requests in capitals, all caps. It looks pretty clear. Well, thank you so much, everyone. It's amazing. And the 17 of you here, it blows my mind. There is one not in caps. I did not get complete question. Tara says, I have COVID. Oh no. Oh, sending so much love to you. That must be a tough journey for you. Sending healing love. Let me know if you want a healing. Terry, you did write it in caps. So yeah, I would like to thank everyone. And it's funny, for years I put this off. I put off doing these live streams, in part because I had a lot of self-doubts. And then in part because when I did do it, I found it, if you couldn't tell, somewhat discombobulating. But now that I gave up my corporate job and I left in May, and now it's my full-time job, I make sure I have plenty of space and energy for doing this. And I do lots of clearing work afterwards as well. And as a result, I'm also doing a session now on Thursday. So Thursday starts at the same time. It's the same RSVP. And so you can just join at 4 p.m. UK time. What's that? 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time. And that's kind. Thank you. And yeah, before I finish, Terry, let me know if you would like any healing at this time. I'm happy to help. Oops. And lots of kind, beautiful messages for Terry. Lots of love. And Terry says hello to everyone as well. And I'll just wait for a moment to see if Terry would like some healing right at the end. And Angela says, thank you, John. Love and gratitude to you. Oh, it's a pleasure, Angela. I love the dragon. I always want to, whenever I see a dragon emoji, I want to go rawr, like a lion, but it's like my dragon guide's not very happy about that. My lion guide is very happy about it, but yeah, not so much not so much my dragon. And a funny story is that one thing I love doing is speaking light language when I go to you'd call it the restroom, or we call it like the bathroom or toilet, in part because you've got great acoustics in these rooms. And also, like, our spirit guides love talking to us when we go there, right? Because we have this space, right? Like Terry holding your space. It's a space where we can, put our minds aside and we focus on our bodies. And actually, our minds are kind of forced to be cleared and focused on the physical task in hand, which I don't need to go into detail about just now. But I'm often, as soon as I enter the room, start speaking light language, and often dragon light language. And I remember my wife and kids asking me what I was doing because it's quite loud. And it said, "Oh, I'm just roaring like a dragon." You just tell people what you're doing. There's nothing better than hiding in plain sight. And it's a great way of like exploring. Um, so yeah, I've not, Terry, you haven't said whether you'd like a healing or not. But I'd like to just send you so much love at this time. And it's my honor to, Patsy says, whenever I wash my dishes, I hear my guides. I love that. And just laughing. Um, Oh, you would? Okay, Terry. Yay. Okay, let me put my coffee down. Okay, so I'd like to do healing for Terry at this time and clear anything that doesn't serve her highest good. And just asking her guides to step forwards. Okay, so your guides, Terry, are like, they've formed this, how to describe this, like, like a semicircle behind you. And so they're like this around you. If you're my microphone, they're like around you like this at this time. And they're showing me, I don't know if you saw my face kind of screwing up a bit, was like this, there was this attack that you're experiencing. You know, everything's energy first, you know, regardless of the name of any illnesses that we receive, they are energy first. And so I'm just like, I'm turning around to like stand next to you. So I'm facing forwards with you to see what this is attacking you. It's large and it has like, I see this, this entity has this, it's like a very large, almost like an octopus. I don't want to give octopuses bad names, right? Because they're beautiful creatures. But this being has this like long tendril, and it's like coming out, and it's coming in particular through the heart and into the solar plexus. And it happened during work you've been doing, Terry, psychic work. And I hear you saying, like, I hear your voice saying, well, like as this, just before this attack happened, this being was attached to another person that you were doing a reading for, and they, you felt your boundaries pushed, and you still said, oh, but you know, what harm would it do if I just it's like you're letting in a message at the time, but it wasn't a message. It was like the very tip of this entity pushing in through your boundaries. So good news that you knew that something was off, and it's your judgment about what your free will, you know, to decide what you let in to your space. Let me just see what we can do to help you at this time. And I see you're like a little bit freaking out. You're like, well, I don't want to hear. Who wants to be attacked? Why would you ask, John? Okay, so let's just see if we can, let's push this entity out from you. And just bring it down a column of golden light of your head and bring it down through. So a bit like a guillotine. I've never done it this way before, but we're going to like slice through where this is attached in you, in that specifically around the heart and the solar plexus. We'll check all the way down through your body. Set intention to clear, to heal, to energize, remove anything that doesn't serve Terry's highest good. And just asking Archangel Michael to stand by our side, and also just bringing my light sword to help with anything that needs cutting away. And just pushing this out. So I feel like I'm standing just behind you, Terry, and I'm just pushing, I'm reaching through into your body, and I'm like bringing this entity out at the front of you. And bring it all the way out. It's quite long. Well, it's very long, so let's just take a moment. All the way out. Okay. I'm pushing it outside of your bubble and then creating a protective golden bubble. And we set the intention that only energies and entities with Terry's permission, with her highest good love and compassion, can see her, access her, or exist within this space or within her. Okay, and now allowing your guides to form around like a perimeter barrier around the outside of your energy. Okay, that explains why they're in a kind of semicircle formation. And let's just take a look down through chakras. I see you like changing shape, like your chakras changing shape really fast, like almost like water, like flowing back, very fluidly back into their original shape and size. Because this was like punctured through the lower part of your heart and then back out through your solar plexus. And then down, just bring this golden light down, healing, clearing, energizing through the heart, the solar plexus, the sacral chakra, the root chakra. Just bringing this kind, loving energy throughout your chakras, healing, clearing, energizing you. And for the very thing that you're diagnosed with, I'm just checking in to see if there's anything that needs done there. Yeah, just a bit of clearing around the chest. Ora ini a takama ora. Ora ini amarana. Just removing a cloud and entity from around your chest area. Archangel Michael, please return to source and never return here again. Thank you. Okay. Okay, that was good. So I'm just stepping out now of your space, Terry. And I hope this helps you. Please feel free, Terry, to message me or let me know in the chat. I feel like you should continue on your healing journey. Oh, wow, amazing shaking. That was, and like Terry, like you've been on my training before and I've known you for a few years. What we just did was really big and really powerful. And it was also risky doing in a live stream. And I say risky in that it's, probably more risky to me than it is to you. I do feel that you have strong boundaries and that you're protected and safe now, and you can just continue on your healing. And yes, as Hypnicity says, like building immunity, your body is quite incredible, both energetically and physically. And so it's a person who's a person. Hello. Yeah, so your body is recovering quickly, but I would make sure, like, almost treat yourself just like you did before you came on this live stream with all the self-care you need, and keep checking in with your guides about, making sure that they're helping you as well, that they're all treating you as well as you're treating yourself. And yeah, I hope you get some rest after this, and please do feel free to reach out. I'm always here for you. Please do know that. Okay, so let's bring this to an end. It is 18:18 on the clock in the UK, which is 6:18 to many people. And I'd like to just thank everyone in the live stream. Thank you, all beautiful souls. Thank you, everyone that donated. Thank you, everyone that requested. Please feel free to follow me on, I'm everywhere, right? On Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube. Thank you so much for everyone who just came along and engaged and supported each other And, some of us have quite hard journeys and experiences to share with each other. And thank you for practicing, non-judgment and being there for each other and helping each other. And a special, special thank you to Viviane, who, like, without your help today would not have been possible. I would have been lost like 45 minutes in, discombobulated, running around in circles. So I guess that's the downside of quantum, right? There's no linear time to as a safeguard to easily float back to. But thank you so much, Viviane. That's so kind. And I would like to just bring this session to an end. So for everyone in the live stream and in the replay, I'd like to thank your guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Source, and Gaia, every soul that's participated in today's session, inviting each of us to step outside of the protective bubble of the session. You can remain in your individual golden bubbles. And Archangel Michael, please return to Source. Thank you. And I'm just asking my guides to step back, and my higher self and me to step back from everyone that I've been working with today. But do know that you can reach out to me anytime. Visit jonbinnie.com, message me on any video on YouTube, and I always keep track, maybe a little too obsessively, on my phone. And you can also email me at info@jonbinnie.com. So yeah, I'm easy to find. So thank you so much. And I'm back on Thursday. Back on Thursday, same time. And I look forward to seeing whoever wants to come along. And please share with your friends, like get your friends to come along. And I'll get a nice, smooth way of allowing people to request readings, healings, clearings individually or all at the same time. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you have a beautiful rest of day wherever you are in the world. I'm sending so much love from Scotland. Take care. Love you. Bye.